Hello there, and welcome to the Mindset Alchemy podcast, where we explore the power of words, what energy is, what it does for us, and where we allow ourselves to understand that when we can know intuitively, choose consciously, create intentionally, and be effortlessly, we empower ourselves in a way that is vividly vast to when we're just doing things off the cuff. I am a person who tends to do things off the cuff, and I'm very blessed to have friends and people and things that keep me accountable. I also am a person who loves to process and plan. So you can see the push-pull in my personality there. And sometimes one side wins and sometimes the other doesn't. And it's when I learn to use them both together that, wow, things really move and a shift and change. For me, I work tremendously with divine feminine and masculine energy. This has nothing to do with being masculine or being feminine. It's the energy, the feminine energy of receiving, of experiencing, of listening to that inner whisper. So men and women can both do it because they both have divine masculine and feminine energies, because we both have a left and a right side. We all have a left and a right side. And with this, with the feminine energy, it's of receiving, it's of planning. We then move it to our more masculine energy, where we put a blueprint, we put structure around it, and we take action on it. And as we take action on it, loops back to give us feedback. And as we take the feedback, we get to tweak, to explore, to understand at a deeper level, which we then move to our masculine side and move it across. So this actually isn't what I was planning on talking about. It just sort of like evolved. And that is what energy is about. And that's where I say to you, sometimes things happen off the cuff. So there's a reason why we're talking about masculine and feminine energies, because when a woman is more aligned and coordinated with both those energies, she is more feminine. A man is more masculine when he does the same thing. Well, what does that mean? It means we can get things done with greater ease. And that is the actual meaning of it for me, is that it brings ease. I was listening on the weekend and somebody was saying, I've been working so hard and I can't see any results. And they were really, really upset. And having been there a time or 300,000 odd or two, I could truly understand the experience and the emotion they were going through. I also understand that when you get to that point, you are creating chaos for yourself. Yes, we create from chaos. You would like to be unavailable, because literally they were putting a dead stop to everything that they have been creating. They were stopping the momentum of going forward. And I know how much work they've put in. And it came to me, rather than working hard, we work we work hard effectively, efficiently, and intuitively. And when we're able to do this, it just makes life so much better. So, yes, you feel that despondency. Yes, you feel that despair, and you go, what is this showing me? Am I working in the best place possible? What is my next move forward? So you acknowledge that feeling of frustration, of fear. The important thing is to avoid staying too long in that really heavy, forceful energy, because that is what you are then imprinting on the field of intention, of creativity, and you'll get more of it. Once I had shared this, the person was able to shift their energy. And this started me thinking about, what do I actually do? In what ways do I actually help my clients, help the people around me, and actually help myself to grow? At a personal leadership development seminar that we were at this weekend, it was called the Success Summit, which is quite funny because that is what I had 4 years ago. I had a Success Spiral Summit. So I was having, maybe that's the reason this came forward, is because I was thinking about the Success Summit. And I've forgotten what I wish. Oh, they were talking about one of the principles of leadership is character, knowing who we are, what our core values are, and applying it. one of the things of personal leadership is also resiliency. And so when they started talking about self-mastery as being one of the important facets of leadership, my brain went in a direction that was along the lines of, well, that is one of the things I really do help people with, is learning self-mastery, self-trust, self-love, self-confidence. Because once we can understand who we are, who we would like to become, and connect with our future self so that we can have our dreams, it's absolutely incredible. Now, how do you feel I would put on a CV that I hold space for people? I help people see potentials and possibilities. Because, yes, I can channel. The thing is, when we bring forward various options and ideas and possibilities, that person is asked to take action. And when they avoid the action, well, I can channel and offer the possibilities as much as I would like to. It requires action on their part. And so when I was sitting in the seminar, I was thinking, all right, where am I required to take action on the self-mastery? And again, it came up, what do I help people with? Where do I help people improve their health, their finances, their mindset, their lives, achieve their dreams and their goals within my coaching? Because I work with those 4 principles of know intuitively. I help people understand what their body's saying, what their soul is saying, what the whisper is saying, what their outside guides are helping them with, and what people with skin on are helping them with. Because many times somebody will say something and I'll go, that's the answer. So I asked the question, they responded, and intuitively I could see that I have a realization and an understanding of, oh, this is the answer. So intuition does come to play. The important thing is to have awareness, because when we're aware of what is being offered to us, we can make such an incredible difference. And in this awareness, we make conscious the parts of our character we would like to reform or rejuvenate and alternatively grow, because we have the seeds of it, and it's to sit and grow the character. It's to grow the resiliency. It's to grow that self-mastery. It's to grow that self-trust. It's to grow that self-confidence. And the word competence also comes in. It's to grow ourselves to become competent in areas so we learn to trust ourselves, because that leads to more confidence. And what I have found is, as I help clients grow their confidence, and as I help clients ask better questions rather than debilitating questions, wow, it makes such an incredible difference. I was on a networking breakfast, a connection call the other day, and somebody was mentioning that people in meetings ask this particular person for their notes. And I was fascinated at the various answers that came forward. What came forward for me was these people were unable to take notes because they were unaware of what it means to take notes effectively in that environment. They may have been able to take notes at school. This is a different environment, and they may be unaware of, what do I do with this pen and paper and translate what that person is saying? And I came to understand that that is literally also what I help people do, is to, in inverted commas, take notes of what's happening in life so that they can get to make those more conscious choices and make conscious what's holding them back. I am learning more and more, rather than going back and delving into the past, use the past as a foundation. And it was so interesting. I was listening to something this morning, and this person was saying, take the traumas, take the troubles, take the turmoils, and use it as a foundation. And when I came home and was thinking about this podcast, it made sense to me that we use them as the foundation. We take the experience rather than the emotion and the happening. We take what we've learned, we take where we can expand from it. So rather making the past our home, we make it a foundation so that we can more effectively move forward. So yes, I just heard now while I was talking here, sometimes you have to bury things. No, because you knowingly put things in, you know what's there. When you bury it, it's going to come up and bite you because you are unaware of it. It is out of your consciousness. And then it can catch you unawares and it can blindside you. Whereas when we say, all right, what experiences have I had that can work here? And body, mind, and soul, what would you like to offer? That is a better way of doing it. So we see where we can tweak our experiences, we see where we can offer new, and we work with it. And that is what I help my clients do. I basically also help people see their blind spots, because if you can't see your blind spots, you don't know what's there. Whereas when somebody who's outside of the situation can look at it, I can see a bigger picture for the person and offer it to them in different portions, different aspects, and different ways. One of the things I'm really, really very passionate about is understanding what your body and your soul are telling you. Because when you get that extreme discomfort or something niggle in your body is speaking to you, because different areas denote different things. And that's how your body's getting attention. Many times we will start maybe putting extra fat around our body, and rather than dealing with where we are looking to protect ourselves, where we're carrying the points of view of other people on our body, and it winds up morphing into a lot of dis-ease in the body. Whereas if we'd caught it in the beginning, wow, things can shift and change. And even as I'm talking now, on my left side, I'm experiencing a tightening. And for me, I'm saying, okay, what's happening here? It's to go and look, where are you avoiding rest and where are you taking on other people's problems, rather than opening your heart, opening the heart space, and allowing the divine to flow through and to effectively take care of whatever it is. So it's that, oh, and now the pain is gone. Okay, I'm not supposed to say the word pain. The extreme discomfort is gone. Anyway, I've said it, it's done. We'll take it from there. We also get to explore potentials and possibilities. I loved what I was reading the other day when somebody was saying, I think it was Sonia Choquette in one of her books, was saying her mentor taught her to look for 19 different solutions to any challenge that presents itself. Because in that looking, you get to explore different possibilities. And this is what I took away. You get to explore different possibilities. You get to understand different ways of doing it. And you get to see, my goodness, I could never do that way. Or what if I could? What would it shift? Where would it change? Where could I do things differently? And in that exploration, we open ourselves up for so much more. So when I was pondering what do I offer people, I feel that the biggest thing is helping people understand what they are feeling in their bodies, what they are experiencing in their lives, and seeing where because I work tremendously with mirroring and projecting, and understanding that we are responsible for what is happening in our life. We are responsible for the way we think about what's in our life, and we are accountable for the way we feel about it, because we may be unable to change the environmental situation at that point in time and what's happening at that point in time. And when we can recognize that, we are able to shift our thinking, recognize where we had an inkling of a thought around it, we get to shift it. And that is one of the biggest things I feel I offer my clients, is seeing life from a different perspective, seeing actions and what's showing up from a different perspective, and seeing what else is possible. What good can come from this? What good is coming from this? What good has come from this? And when we do that, we shift the energy in our body, because essentially I work with energy, the energy of situations, that person's energy, the energy of past situations, and I help and guide people to choose a better feeling energy while they release the energy that's holding them back and stopping them from reaching it. We also work with the energy of the future self and the energy of intention, because when we understand what our focus is, what our intention is, we can better grow into where we're going and who we're becoming. How does life get any better than this? People, I would love to hear what comes forward for you. Drop me an email, come and find me on social media. And if you would like to know more about how I can help you in the personal leadership area of life, which is actually impacting all areas through the mindset alchemy principles, reach out. I also help people with healing and understanding where to attain better health, where possible, where probable, and where desired. So we work with it. And people, it does start with words, it starts with feelings. So let's look at better feelings actions, let's look at better feeling thoughts, and let's look at better feelings inside of our body. Have a beautiful and incredible day. Bye-bye.